In the heart of modern Chiang Mai, thousands of people travel to a small, glowing temple known as Wat Lok Mali. They come year-round, carrying flowers and incense, all seeking the exact same thing, a lasting, committed relationship. But among the locals, there is a very specific, intimidating whisper about the deity enshrined here. She is known to grant profound romantic wishes, but only if you pass a rigid test of character. The rule passed down by word of mouth is simple. If you do not truly love, do not pray to her. Approach her with a fleeting crush, a selfish motive, or a divided heart, and your wish will be actively rejected. Which raises a strange question. Why does a supposedly benevolent goddess of love demand such a punishing, unforgiving standard of devotion? The answer has nothing to do with mythology. These modern rituals of romance are actually built on a brutal historical reality from over 4 centuries ago. To understand the goddess, we have to travel back to the year 1545. The beautiful Lanna kingdom, anchored by this massive walled city, was in a state of absolute crisis. The reigning monarch, King Mueng Khet Klao, had recently died. His sudden absence ripped a dangerous power vacuum right through the center of the royal court. At the exact same time, Lanna's neighbors smelled blood. The kingdom was boxed in by expanding, hostile military forces from Burma, the powerful Ayutthaya kingdom to the south, and the Shan states. Panicking and out of options, the ruling nobles made a desperate political maneuver. They elevated the late king's wife, Queen Chiraprabha, crowning her as the first female ruler in Lanna's history. She did not inherit a stable, comfortable throne. She was handed a fractured, terrified city, poised on the absolute brink of annihilation. The threat materialized almost immediately. A massive invasion force from the Ayutthaya kingdom began marching north, aimed directly at the city gates. Queen Chiraprabha faced a terrifying binary choice. She could order her outmatched soldiers to fight, guaranteeing the slaughter of her people, or she could surrender unconditionally and erase Lanna's sovereignty entirely. This animated map of the 16th century Lanna region shows the scale of the threat and how the queen engineered a third path. Instead of drawing swords, she initiated a calculated tactical submission that halts the Ayutthaya advance right at the city walls. She neutralized the immediate threat by offering significant royal tribute to the invading Ayutthaya general, temporarily freezing the conflict. But the genius of her negotiation was a specific condition. She agreed to formal vassalage, but demanded a 2-year grace period before it took effect. She was quietly running down the clock. That exact window gave ally forces from Lanna Sang the time they needed to march into Lanna and effectively secure the throne against Ayutthaya. Executing this plan required the queen to absorb intense public humiliation. She had to bow to an invader and project total weakness to the outside world. She traded her personal royal prestige for the physical survival of her subjects. Her greatest victory was keeping her people alive when the math said they should have perished. Which brings us back to the whispered legends at Wat Lok Moli today. A monarch who swallowed her pride and navigated an impossible war to save her people has little patience for half-hearted requests. Before you even step foot in the temple, the psychological prerequisite is absolute honesty. You have to clearly define what kind of relationship you actually want and be ready to accept the responsibility of maintaining it. If your intentions are clear, the physical offerings are specific. Visitors bring pink, white, or red flowers, fresh seasonal fruits, and frequently offer traditional Mana garments, honoring her status as a ruling queen. The ritual requires focus. Before speaking, you stand before her image, take a deep breath, and mentally state your full name and exactly where you are from. Then you ask for her blessing, using a traditional Lanna incantation. Maha Dewi Chiraprabha, Wandami Sarasa, Sata Soti Pawantumi. Queen Chiraprabha proved that love, whether applied to 16th century statecraft or a modern partnership, requires an unbreakable decision. If you can promise her that level of sincerity, she might just grant your wish.